One final word on Robert Redford. I will say something about him. He wrote me a personal handwritten note. Now, obviously, he was a Democrat because it came after that debate with Trump. Of course, you and the left loved me for that, 2 minutes. But I'm not going to lie. A note from Robert Redford is a note from Robert Redford. I was
Can you share
thrilled.
what he said?
He basically said he was proud of me and he thought I was a great journalist. Yeah.
And he didn't mention your looks.
No, God, no. No,
That's what they used to call in the late 90s, early aughts, a neg.
What's that?
You ever heard of that?
No.
So I had to have a guy describe this to me as well after a weird incident at a bar with a guy who was like sort of weird. And he was like, you just got negged. I said, what is negged? He said, that's when a guy will nearly insult you or not mention the obvious as to why he's even talking to you. Oh. It's sort of a way that like a guy who's trying to punch up a little bit will try to bring you down so they can like engage.
Yes.
And there was a whole book written by a charlatan who went by the name Mystery. I wound up on the New York Times bestseller list. Anyway, I think Redford was negging you a little bit.
Well, I took it for what it was worth. I was thrilled just to get a note from Robert Redford.
I mean, even a neg is a
You'll take
pro.
It. Yeah.
No, it means like he wasn't going to mention the obvious thing,
Yes.
that you were obviously beautiful, and that was part of why he was writing to you. You had a little crush, maybe.
I think it was like I got a lot of admiration from Democrats for that moment. Meanwhile, I was like, let's see if you like me if I ever get to host a Dem debate. I wasn't trying to take down Trump. I was mean to all of them. And I would be even meaner probably if I had a bunch of Dems, but they don't have the stones to sit with me. Then Robert Redford came on my NBC show.
No.
We have videotape of it. I don't think we have a SOT, but we have videotape of when he was there. Yeah. Okay. He's walking out with Jane Fonda. So it made it very complicated for me. And look, there I am sitting with Robert Redford. And I've got to tell you a crazy story. So do you remember how I asked Jane Fonda about her plastic surgery and it made headlines all around the world?
I do.
People said, you're so insensitive. But meanwhile, she had talked about it in every other interview.
100%.
Like, well, why can everybody else ask about it, but I can't ask about it, but whatever. The reason I did that, the reason I went there is because Robert Redford's publicist was in the audience, like in the front row, and hers wasn't. And she came to me right before I asked that question, whatever break was there. I can't remember if it was at the top of the segment or in between two segments. But she came to me and she was like, please don't let her talk about the sex scenes. She's making him totally uncomfortable. Jane Fonda, is making Bob.
Redford,
yeah, totally uncomfortable. She's obsessed with the sex scenes. He's not into her that way. She keeps wanting to talk about them and he hates it. So I was trying to do him a solid by going to a place I thought Jane Fonda also was very willing to talk about and to protect Robert Redford from having to listen to that shit about their sex scenes, which he was uncomfortable with. And no good deed goes unpunished, Maureen.
Poor Robert Redford at like 70, 75, he still can't get off this cross. Like every co-star is like, I just want to F you, man.
Exactly right. Well, we will miss him, but what a legacy. What a life he led. Did you know gold is up around 40% this year? 40. That's not speculation. That is reality. And if a portion of your savings is not diversified into gold, you could be missing the boat. Here are the facts. Inflation is still high. The US dollar is still weak and government debt is still growing. This is why central banks are flocking to gold. They're the ones driving prices up to record highs, but it's not too late for you to buy gold. You're not too late to get in on this. From Birch Gold Group and to get in the door now. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. You can do it in whole or in part. You don't pay one dime out of pocket. Just text MK to 989898 and claim your free info kit. There's no obligation, just useful information. The best indicator of the future is the past, and gold has historically been a safe haven for decades. So text MK to 989898 right now to claim your free info kit on gold. That's MK to 989898. Protect your future today with Birch Gold. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.